A long, complicated battle over a highly divisive issue became a little more complicated today. It's all about prostitution. It is legal in Canada, but brothels are not. Today, though, a court in Ontario lifted the ban on brothels, and that has a lot of people reacting. The CBC's Ron Charles has more details from the courthouse. Ron.
Peter, today's ruling is being hailed as a victory by the people who have been fighting against Canada's prostitution laws over the past decade. For some of them, the victory is personal.
I would like to thank the Ontario Court of Appeal justices for pretty much declaring sex workers persons today.
The court struck down the Criminal Code's common body house law that had banned brothels. The ruling declares the record is clear that the safest way to sell sex is for a prostitute to work indoors.
It is no longer illegal for a sex worker to choose the proper venue for his or her work, which is an indoor location, because body house no longer applies to the sex trade. That's a big development.
I've worked with underage girls in body houses.
But anti-prostitution groups crashed the Victory News Conference, including a woman whose mother was murdered by Robert Pickton, a serial killer who preyed on Vancouver prostitutes.
It is.
For now,
the judges
for
made
now,
their decision, and that's the way it's going to be.
But I will be working with MP Joyce Smith and make sure this law gets changed. Because my mom didn't die for you to create this hecticness.
The judges also rewrote the law against living on the avails of prostitution, so it only applies to pimps and others who exploit sex workers. People hired by prostitutes, like personal assistants, bodyguards, or drivers, will no longer be considered criminals. But the judges left alone a law that bans public solicitation in order to discourage street prostitution. Criminology professor Mariana Valverde says the Ontario judge's ruling has not settled the debate over the world's oldest profession.
It does strike down some of the prostitution laws, but gives the government a chance to rewrite them, so it's quite cautious.
That chance is the judge's decision to delay their striking down of the body house law for 1 year. In a statement, Federal Justice Minister Rob Nicholson said, "We continue to see a social need for laws to control prostitution and its effects on society." And that means we will not see legal brothels popping up overnight, especially with the possibility that this case will be appealed to the Supreme Court of Canada. Peter?
All right, Ron, thanks very much. Ron Charles here in Toronto.